Hey guys, this is xobliviongod123, and I have the second of 4 region wars against xobliviongod123x. This is the Johto region, and I lead with Crobat, he leads with Hitmontop, and he switches to Miltank while I taunt. So now that Miltank can't curse or milk drink or do anything like that, or at least I thought it had curse, but I switched to Donphan just to take the physical attack. And while Miltank switches, I set up. Actually, I go for bounce. So while it switches back to Miltank, just to take the bounce and get paralyzed, I'm like, okay, let us go. Let us set up my stealth rocks. And Oblivion will do the same. Like, okay, it's no big deal. I have a rapid spinner. Now I go for Earthquake, and it does nothing. And Miltank is able to get off its heal bell and get rid of paralysis. So now I'm going to have to switch that into my own Hitmontop. And it's going to go for Bio Slam, and it is going to paralyze, which sucks. So, since I'm paralyzed, while he switches to his own Hitmontop, I am going to use Rapid Spin to clear the field for Crobat to come back in, because I do not want Crobat taking Stealth Rock damage if I can help it. Now I go for Sucker Punch, forgetting that Dark is resisted by fighting. And his close combat is going to do a lot to me, so I'm going to have to switch out now. And I decide to switch to Crobat, seeing as Stealth Rock is no longer in play, and luckily for me, he went for Toxic, so that was good for me. And I'm going to reset up Taunt on Miltank. Again, just to keep it from healing, and he actually switches to Hitmontop, predicting U-turn. But I figure, you know what, let me just go for Brave Bird. I do, and Hitmontop is going to take a lot of damage, even with Intimidate factored in. So he now has no choice but to leave Hitmontop in to die, which sucked for him because Hitmontop was one of his walls, and he really did not want to lose it, but he had to let it go. So it's now 6-5 my lead for right now. He brings in Raikou, and I'm like, okay, I do not want this thing subbing up or setting up Calm Mind, so I just go for the taunt, and he predicts that, and he goes for Hidden Power Ice. I'm like, okay, let me roost now just to see what he's going to do next. And he decides to go for Thunderbolt. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to leave Crobat in to take a second one, so I am going to U-turn out and bring in my Lantern, who makes Thunderbolt useless, and the only other attack that I've seen on it is Hidden Power Ice, so I was thinking that Lantern could wall it. So, while he switches, I bring in, or actually while he switches, I go for Heal Bell, just to get rid of the paralysis on my Pokemon. And Surf does a lot, so it's going to Milk Drink while I Surf again, and unfortunately, Surf is not going to do as much the second time around. So he now knows that he could wall me with it if he wants, but instead he goes for Slowking. And while he switches, I switch as well. It's a Hitmontop. So with Hitmontop and Slowking in play, I'm just going to click Rapid Spin because I know I outspeed it. And again, I want to get rid of the Stealth Rocks so that Crobat won't get hurt if I decide to bring him back in. But Rapid Spin doesn't do much, and I don't want it to keep cursing up, so I'm going to bring in Crobat again and just taunt it before it can set up any more curses. And unfortunately, he will not go for a third curse. Instead, he's going to go straight for the Zen Headbutt. So Crobat is going to go down, which sucked, but you know what? Crobat did its job. Now I'm going to Thunderbolt with Lantern, and it's going to do a fair amount of damage. It's going to be a 3-hit KO while he gets a crit on the first Zen Headbutt. I'm like, ah, crap. The only thing I could really do now is just do Thunderbolt again, just to get as much damage on it as possible to revenge kill. And he goes for the second Zen Headbutt, and I'm thinking I'm going to die. But Epic 1 HP survive. So, knowing that I'm going to go for Thunderbolt again, and knowing that he does not want to let Slowking die, he switches to Raikou. And this Raikou presents a problem now. Because now he's going to start Calm Minding, and I won't be able to damage it all that much. So unfortunately, Raikou is now going to take out Lantern with Shadow Ball. And now I've seen all of its moves. So I know I really do not have anything that could stop it. So he goes for a second Calm Mind, figuring I was just going to go for Sucker Punch, but instead I go straight for Close Combat, and I'm able to take out the Raikou, which was great for me, because I really did not want to see a Raikou sweep. So now he goes into Slowking, and I go for Stone Edge, and I hit. So now he has seen all 4 moves on my Hitmontop. Now he's going to go into his Donphan. And Donphan will not take the Sucker Punch bait, and will instead go straight for the Rock Polish. I'm like, uh-oh, this is not good. Now he Earthquakes, and it's going to KO Hitmontop. So now I go into my own Donphan, and he's going to Earthquake, which I will survive. And I decide, you know what, let me try to paralyze it, because I really do not want it having as much speed as it has. But when he switches to Miltank, Bounce misses. I'm like, damn it! So now I have to switch out Donphan, and I switch into Ursaring, predicting he's going to Milk Drink. So now Ursaring comes in, and Ursaring is going to Sword Dance while it Milk Drinks again, figuring I was going to attack. So I go straight for the Facade, hoping I could one-hit KO this thing with the ridiculously high base power plus stab plus Sword Dance boost, but no, it does not one-hit kill. He's able to get off a Body Slam and take away some of my HP. And he is now going to let Miltank die with the help of a useless crit. So now, I'm thinking, okay, Ursaring sweep, but he brings in Houndoom, and Houndoom has Sucker Punch, and Sucker Punch is unfortunately going to KO Houndoom, and from here on, it is going to be a Houndoom sweep. Donphan comes in, Fire Blast kills Donphan before it has a chance to Earthquake. Heracross comes in, I do not have a Scarf, it's actually a Flame Orb. Facader, and Fire Blast is not going to miss. It's going to KO, so great game, Oblivion. The score is I won Kanto, now he won Johto, and this is Silverwolf20 saying see you guys later, and take care. Bye!